Let me tell you a story. Long ago, before the world was as it is now, there was a valley between two tall, snowy mountains. The elves called it Lyrian, the Valley of Light. The humans called it Stoneheart, the Gate to the East. Both wanted it, and neither would give it up. The valley had rivers that never dried, trees that grew golden fruit, and a stone beneath the soil said to glow when touched by moonlight. Magic lived there. Power lived there. And so, one morning, as the sun rose red between the peaks, two great armies came to claim it. On the northern side stood the elves, tall, bright-eyed, with silver armor and long bows carved from starwood. Their queen, Alarian Windvale, rode a white stag, her sword humming with ancient runes. On the southern side stood the humans, strong, proud, with shields of iron and eyes like fire. Their king, Roderick the Ironheart, rode a black war horse, his hammer heavy enough to crush stone. Between them, the valley waited. The elves stood still as trees, no sound, no fear. The human horn blew, loud as thunder. Then an arrow flew. No one knew who fired it, but once it soared, the world broke. The sky filled with arrows, fire, and light. Magic clashed with steel. Elves danced across the field, blades flashing. Humans roared and pushed forward like a wave of armor. The battle had begun. Queen Alarian led her warriors through the river, water swirling around her boots. King Roderick charged down the slope, smashing through the front line with his hammer. When they met, the ground shook. "You should not have come here, Roderick," Alarian said, eyes glowing. "This land belongs to no one," Roderick answered. "We take it for our children." "So do we," she said, and raised her sword. They fought, silver against iron, light against shadow. Every strike rang through the valley like a bell. Trees cracked, stones split, thunder rolled. But the war did not stop to watch them. All around, soldiers fell. Elves screamed battle songs as they leapt from rocks, slicing through human lines. Archers took to the trees, firing arrows that sang. Humans fought back with fire, catapults, and warring beasts with horns of steel. Magic hit metal. Flame met frost. The river turned red. Friends called for friends who never answered. Swords broke, shields shattered. By nightfall, the valley was filled with silence. Only the wind moved, whispering through the grass. They fought again the next day, and the next. For 7 days, the valley shook. The sun rose over broken armor. The moon rose over the dead. Elves lost their captains. Humans lost their generals. But neither side stopped. On the 8th day, Queen Alarian called the wind. Her mages stood in a circle and sang in the old tongue. A great storm came from the mountains, sharp and wild. Lightning struck the human towers. Trees bent. Fog filled the valley. Humans could no longer see. And the elves, born of moonlight and mist, moved like ghosts. King Roderick fought like a beast, still at the front. His horse had fallen. His armor was cracked. But he swung his hammer and would not fall. Alarian watched from the hills. She saw the flames grow weaker. She saw the fear rise in the humans' eyes. And she knew they were winning. So she rode down again, through fog and fire. "Lay down your arms," she called, "and we will show mercy." But Roderick only raised his hammer again. No mercy for those who steal life from the land. Then he charged. Their final clash was short. Alarian's sword found its mark. She struck through his chest as he brought the hammer down. The valley rang one last time. He fell to his knees. Then, "Take it," he whispered. "But blood will always live in the soil." "I know," Alarian said softly, and Roderick, last king of men, died on the battlefield. The humans fled. Some scattered to the hills. Some laid down their weapons and wept. The elves stood in silence. Not one cheered. Not one smiled. They had won, but they had lost too much. Brothers, sisters, friends. Alarian walked to the river and touched the water. It was still red. "This land is ours," she said, but it will never forget. If you want to decide what should happen next, check the description section below. See you!